Tesla to add support for third-party apps, possibly for supercharger integration. Tesla has added a new section referring to third-party apps on the accounts portion of its website, where users will be able to manage access to smartphone apps and services that have been developed by organizations other than Tesla. According to Not a Tesla App, while not fully operational yet, the feature hints at the future integration of the company's supercharger network with the smartphone apps developed by rival EV makers. In the context of Ford, General Motors, Rivian, and Volvo striking deals to get access to Tesla's DC fast charger network starting next year. In other words, owners of EVs made by one of the aforementioned companies will probably need to have a Tesla account to access the 12,000 supercharger sites across the United States and Canada. But car makers might also update their own smartphone apps to tap into Tesla's ecosystem and simplify the user experience. In this writer's view, the result might be something similar to the experience you get when logging into your Amazon account with the help of your Apple ID. But that's not all. Services like the Tesla Fi Data Logger can already tap into the Tesla account via the company's API. But the problem is that it gets access to everything related to the cars in one particular account. By introducing third-party apps and services control, users will presumably be able to fine-tune the amount of data that can be accessed. For simplicity, it should be similar to the experience smartphone users get after installing a new app from the App Store. The first time you open it, you get a bunch of prompts requesting access to the microphone, location data, and call history, depending on what the app is supposed to. Instead of granting access to everything without questions asked. We still don't know how all of this will pan out, but if all the parties involved in this game-changing shift toward Tesla's NACS connector truly want EV adoption to skyrocket, they'll put their heads together and come up with something that's simple to use and understand. Source: reposted and summarized from Yulia Nistrin at Inside EVS. Tesla closes in on record quarter in Australia by selling out cars from 16 ships. Tesla is close to hitting a record quarter in Australia. According to a report, even the cars that were in inventory were almost sold out. In total, 16 ships arrived in the country during the quarter. Tesla continues to increase its sales and thus influence in various countries around the world. Positive reports of high levels of deliveries were received throughout the quarter from various countries. Now, good news is coming from Australia. According to the local publication The Driven, Q2 should be a record for Tesla. Analyzing inventory listings on Thursday, the publication found that car stocks were nearly depleted. Those who want to receive delivery soon have had little time to take advantage of the opportunity. Less than 20 vehicles remain in the inventory, according to the data. Earlier this month, Tesla had many EV configurations available from stock, including new rear-wheel drive Model 3 and different variants of Model Y in multiple colors. At some point, stocks increased significantly after more and more ships began to arrive in Australia. To stimulate fast sales, Tesla launched a promotion, giving some models free charging at superchargers. In addition, discounts were also offered on some models in the inventory. In total, 16 ships arrived in Australia in Q2, delivering thousands of Tesla vehicles, and currently, they are almost sold out. According to the data, 8,152 Tesla vehicles were sold in April and May. This is already a high figure. However, sales for June will also add a significant number of vehicles sold. This means the company has every chance to register a new sales record in Australia. Source: reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. Tesla Giga Texas Model Y line to pause split shift workers to shift to Cybertruck. It appears that Gigafactory Texas is about to see some activity in the coming weeks. As per an observer of the facility, Tesla will be pausing Giga Texas Model Y line for upgrades at the beginning of July. Some staff from the electric vehicle production facility are reportedly being reassigned to the Cybertruck as well. Tesla's Gigafactories are arguably among the most interesting automotive facilities in the market. As such, it is no surprise that the factories inspire constant observations from the electric vehicle community. Gigafactory Texas is certainly one of these sites, with the facility being observed by several dedicated drone operators on a consistent basis. Among the most notable Giga Texas watchers is Joe Tetmeyer, who has been chronicling the progress of the Tesla site since its earliest days. Citing information reportedly gathered from various channels and his own observations of the Giga Texas complex itself, Tetmeyer noted that Model Y production is expected to be paused for upgrades in the beginning of July. The downtime is expected to last about 5 days. Gigafactory Texas is reportedly moving away from swing shifts as well, with the facility adopting a simpler day and night shift system. Interestingly enough, workers that were reportedly in the swing shift for the Model Y line will reportedly be dedicated to the Cybertruck's production lines to finalize testing and calibration. This way, the Cybertruck line could enter production status. As noted by the Giga Texas watcher, this will likely take place around July to August. Considering the reported pause of the Model Y line in Giga Texas, the production of the all-electric crossover would likely see a short-term decline as workers are trained for the vehicle's revised production systems. After this period, however, the Model Y's production is expected to ramp, and while a weekly target is yet to be teased, speculations are high that the revised lines for the all-electric crossover would be able to hit outputs that are higher than the 5,000 per week that Giga Texas previously attained. Want some interesting Giga Texas updates and information? This is assembled from various channels and a few observations I've made. Model Y production will be paused for line upgrades in the beginning of July. The period of downtime is scheduled to last approximately 5 days. Source: reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Teslarati. Revamped Tesla Model 3 to get CATL's M3P battery. The new Tesla Model 3 code name Highland might bring some interesting changes related to the main traction battery. According to a recent unofficial report from China local media 36KR via CNEV Post, the upcoming revamped Tesla Model 3 RWD will have an upgraded battery. The article says that the entry-level version will be equipped with CATL's M3P lithium-ion batteries already rumored in August 2022. CATL has been Tesla's supplier for LFP batteries for some versions of the entry-level Model 3 Model Y for a few years now. It's expected that the new pack will store about 66 kWh kWh, compared to 60 kWh LFP today and 55 kWh previously in the initial version. This additional 6 kWh or 10% might increase the CLTC driving range from 346 miles 556 kilometers to some 380 miles over 610 kilometers. By the way, the new CATL M3P batteries might also be used in the revamped Tesla Model Y code name Juniper, rumored for 2024. The battery would store 72 kWh, according to the report. Meanwhile, while there is no official confirmation about the Tesla Model 3 Highland, it's believed that it's just around the corner and that it might soon enter production at the Tesla Giga Shanghai factory. Reportedly, trials of the test vehicles are underway. Unofficially, production might start in September 2023, so it would enter the market before the end of this year. A potentially new battery is, of course, just one out of many other changes applied to the car. Other reports indicate that the car will be a bit longer, sportier and sleeker than previously. The consensus is that Tesla is working on the new Model 3 to increase its sales, or at least prevent weakening, as the model was introduced several years ago. Initially in 2017 in the United States and in 2020 in China. We can't exclude that other new versions of the Tesla Model 3 will include structural battery packs with new 4680 type cylindrical battery cells, currently used in the Tesla Model Y AWD. Nothing can be said for sure as Tesla does not comment on the Highland Juniper rumors. See also CATL. Qilin battery-powered Zeekr 001 enters market with 641 miles of range report. CATL's new Qilin battery enters series production source. Reposted and summarized from Mark Kane at Inside EVS. Electrify America announces adoption of Tesla's North American Charging Standard (NACS). Elon Musk's NACS coalition just got one of its biggest members yet. In a recent announcement, Electrify America stated that it would be adding the Tesla North American Charging Standard (NACS) to its fast charging networks in the United States and Canada. Electrify America noted that its adoption of NACS is part of its efforts to broaden charging solutions for electric vehicle EV drivers today and in the future. This bodes well for electric vehicle owners in the United States and Canada, considering that Electrify America's network is quite substantial. In a press release, Robert Barossa, President and CEO of Electrify America, noted that since the early days of the rapid charging network, the company had been focused on providing an inclusive and open rapid charging system for customers. Since our founding, we have focused on building an inclusive and open hyper-fast charging network to facilitate the adoption of electric vehicles. We look forward to continuing to support industry-wide standards that increase vehicle interoperability and streamline public charging, Barossa said. It should be noted that Electrify America will still be providing combined charging system CCS1 connectors throughout its network, even as the adoption of NACS is ramped. Electrify America also stated that it would work to offer a NACS connector option at existing and future charging stations by 2025. By doing so, the network could make charging even more convenient for EV owners. Electrify America is working with the Charging Interface Initiative CHAR-IN and SAE International. Electrify America is also participating in the newly created National Charging Experience Consortium ChargeX, which is aimed at strengthening the national charging infrastructure. So far, Electrify America's rapid charging network has over 850 charging stations with around 4,000 individual chargers across the United States and Canada. The stalls are capable of providing 150 kilowatts and 350 kilowatts, which are some of the fastest charging speeds currently offered to consumers today. Source: reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Teslarati. Tesla Model 3 Highland may use CATL's new LFP battery. The updated Chinese-made Tesla Model 3 will use CATL's new M3P lithium iron phosphate battery, according to a report. The base Model 3's battery pack capacity will be upgraded from 60 kWh to 66 kWh. The updated Chinese-made Tesla Model 3 will have upgraded batteries. According to a report from 36KR via CNEV Post, the rear-wheel drive base variant will use CATL's new M3P lithium iron phosphate LFP battery. The base model's battery pack capacity will be upgraded from 60 kWh to 66 kWh. The range of the updated Model 3 should increase after the battery capacity is increased by 6 kWh. With the new battery pack, The two versions of the Chinese Model 3 are expected to have a range of over 600 kilometers and 700 kilometers from the previous 556 kilometers to 675 kilometers, the report said. The Chinese publication also reported that the new battery packs from CATL, in addition to the updated Model 3, will be used in Model Y as previously reported. Production of the facelifted Model 3 is expected to start in Q3, specifically in September. 36Kers source confirmed this information. According to earlier reports, Tesla began modernization on Giga Shanghai in the spring to begin production of the updated Model 3, codenamed Highland. With the new Model 3, Tesla aims to cut manufacturing costs and increase the appeal of a sedan that has changed little since its debut in 2017. In addition, Tesla will also upgrade Model Y changes to the electric SUV, which the company called Project Juniper, affect the exterior and interior. Production of the updated car is scheduled to begin in 2024. Source: reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tesmanian.